Sashi Puki Chukshing Metok Dram Rira Blingshin Yende Yempari Sangye Shingdu Mikte Uwargi Dokun Namdak Shingla Druparsho Irang Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami Sangye Chedam Soki Chognam La Jangchu Bardu Dakmi Kyapsuji Daki Chunyen Gipe Sunangi Drola Penchir Sangye Drupar Shok Sangye Chedam Soki Chognam La Jangchu Bardu Dakmi Kyapsuji Dagi Chunyen Gibe Sunamki Drola Penchir Sangye Drupar Shok Sangye Chudam Soki Chognam La Jangchu Bardu Dakmi Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gibe Sunamki Drola Penchir Sangye Drupar Shok
Yeah, so we were using Dharmakirti to draw a link between impermanence, suffering, and no self. And no self splits into no self and emptiness, and that way you get the four seals. Okay?
Okay. Right.
And we're kind of in the middle of that kind of thing. We are in a text by Kirtamadari, I think. Yeah. Okay. And it's his commentary on Abhisamankara.
Okay.
Here we, and we're down to here. Okay.
Okay.
Dorna.
Sutra.
You want to just read out and I'll disturb you?
Sure. Dorna Kam Sumbo Di Tamche Dungyal Girang Shin Chen Yino.
Translate.
From the sutra.
No.
Sorry. Oh, briefly.
Yeah.
All three realms. Of the suffering of the three realms.
Get the D in there.
Oh, the suffering of these three realms.
Good. He's like including himself.
Is
all these three realms have a nature
of suffering,
of pain. Yeah, that's all. Dipakam Tamche Dunya Sunkitum. This verb dung is tormented, and often by something hot. Okay, so maybe it's a good word for Adam to include.
Okay.
Where is Adam? Oh, hi. I was looking for you down there. Okay, so just be aware, dung means tortured, but almost always by something hot, and which by the sun or by the hell realms or something like that.
Okay.
Might be related to a word for spear.
Huh.
Anyway, Tamche of the Dukam is Dungal Sungidung.
All of the desire realm.
Yeah, is tortured by
the three suffering.
all three kinds of suffering.
All three.
That's a Mayengar.
Oh, not true for the other
Yeah,
realms?
yeah, he's going to explain why. By the way, he made it Kampa.
Oh.
Realmers?
Oh.
Yeah,
those
everybody in these three realms.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kam is a state in East Tibet, and Kamba is a person from Kamba.
Okay.
So Kamba is a desire realm.
Oh.
Everybody who lives in the desire realm has all three kinds of suffering.
Okay.
Samten Sumba.
Okay. The third Meditation.
Yeah, concentration level.
Uh-huh.
Menche.
And lower.
Yeah, now be careful with menche
down.
because it doesn't mean
Below.
below.
It
Good.
means
And
including
below.
that.
Yeah, and below.
On down.
Normally, okay?
Alright.
I'm covering myself. They are tortured by two kinds of suffering.
Okay.
One,
Dujahidimya.
yeah, which is the pervasive suffering, and Gyoridina.
Give the suffering of change.
Yeah, which says that they don't have. Which one?
Suffering of suffering.
Yeah, good. So, question: is this talking about the result something symbol or the cause something symbol?
Well, I mean, I don't know yet.
It's probably the result one.
Okay.
Okay. It's probably the result one. Okay. We learn in the lion's dance that you can do. This is a formal meditation. Something symbol means formal meditation, but it can refer to the result of the formal meditation. What is the? Well, we won't go there.
I mean, it could be both. It's hard to imagine having the suffering of suffering while you're even meditating from this realm.
Yeah, but I think he's focusing on the causal, on the
Okay,
resulting.
okay.
And Santen Shiba
And
Yenche,
the fourth,
they only have
Kyabje.
Kabadijikiduna. Which one dropped out?
We just lost the suffering of change.
Yeah. Now that'd be an interesting argument to prove.
Yeah, like, what, it doesn't run out?
What, they never die and go to the hells?
Yeah, Yeah, that's nice, it lasts forever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Well, you guess you don't have that thing of seeing your body suddenly get old and all your friends avoid you because you don't have one? You don't smell that all of a sudden because you don't have smell yet?
That could be.
Maybe.
In that case, Yenche would mean above.
On above?
No, you see, it couldn't
Oh,
mean
it would just be
on,
above.
because something Shiba is a formula.
Yeah.
But I like what you said. Maybe it's like that. Okay, don't jump on near Shanley.
Okay, from the Jambanir Sutra?
They say it's close recollection, but you don't have close recollection for your girlfriend in high school when you get home. It just means to think about a lot. Think about all the time.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That's the name of the book?
Yeah, and there's the 3 versions of it,
Okay.
which is Sangye Dhammanesha, Chö Dhammanesha, and Gendin Dhammanesha. There's a sutra on, daydreaming about Buddha, and there's a sutra on daydreaming about Dharma, and there's a sutra called daydreaming about Sangha.
Okay. We don't know which this is.
Well, we can look it up, or you can look it up. Semchen Yon,
Hey.
Yame Yon. Remember what I said about Semchen Yoma?
Yeah, it just means helping.
Yeah, except
Right.
here, all the other ones are people.
Or what?
People, not realms. So here you're gonna have to say people in the house.
Okay.
Okay, for this one, people in the house are. We had shopping had nyambasun,
3 failures.
a few failures, and here it just means like distressed by
Okay.
or tortured by or hurt by or brought down by, literally.
Okay.
They're brought down by what? Nyalme.
I mean, the fire of hell?
Yeah, the fire of the hell realms.
Okay.
So he's just listing the favorite problem for each realm. Yidoks are distressed or disturbed by
Hunger.
hunger and
Thirst.
thirst. Dreshin ko.
Tuition.
Okay, hunger and thirst.
Okay.
Dundros
Uh-huh.
are distressed by
1 and 1? That's good.
say
Food.
Oh, food.
sawa.
By being
By
eaten.
Yeah, by eating each other.
By eating each other.
That's the main
Okay.
problem in the animal realm.
Wow.
What? They eat each other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's rather disturbing.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
why animals are always looking over their
God.
shoulder.
Yeah, when you put it that way, that does suck.
Mida, humans.
Us guys.
This spelling at say means injury by others.
Oh.
being injured. Okay.
Okay.
So it's kind of weird that the word se means life, but sewa as a verb is almost the opposite.
Okay.
Being hurt.
Doing
Okay.
Huh.
Uh,
Okay.
Doing means tortured, right?
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So injured by others or
Wow.
by life.
That's
Okay.
funny.
Could you say mortality or not really?
No, that would be chiwe or shiwe. So just remember when you select a word in your language to translate from another language, you have to eliminate other choices.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like when there's already a word for it.
In your mind, you have to say, it's not mortality, because in that case it would have said chiwa.
Then he could have done that, and he just.
Yeah.
That means it's not enough to know what a word means. You have to know what a word doesn't mean. You have to be able to put that word in context by doing this Adamish Mayimale Lokpa thing. That's exactly a double pancake flip. That makes me hungry when I talk about it. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to, when you translate, you also have to eliminate words that he didn't choose to use. Okay. Okay.
It's funny. That's.
And
the
that's a
suffering
principle
that-
of translation.
That's not a suffering that we think about a lot.
Yeah.
Like we're more like stressed that we don't have blueberries in these pancakes than like.
Well, that's true. That's true too.
Or about the
Life
girlfriend.
injures us. Life
Okay.
injures us. Life and other people injure us.
Okay.
Okay. But that sewa normally means hinsa.
Hinza. Okay.
Yeah.
Harm. To harm.
As in ahimsa.
Yeah.
Okay. And ahimsa is mitsewa.
Mitsewa. Uh huh.
Yeah. Not injuring people.
Okay.
Not hurting others.
Interesting.
Hurting. Okay.
Okay. Which. Okay.
Padat.
Plata. Okay. Applause.
Yeah, the
God's
pleasure.
damn us.
I call them pleasure beings.
Okay.
The pleasure beings are bothered by.
Uh,
Bag Mepa means
Meba.
they're wild parties. It means mindlessness, mindless behavior. Okay, what haunts them
God.
is their mindlessness
God.
for their whole life. And then at the end, the shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Like according to this, we seem to be gods more than humans.
Yeah, we are. In America, we are. It hasn't always been that way in this world.
Right.
I included this part that we've done so far today because of these last two lines.
Okay. Great.
Korowa Kapkitsemo na Dewa Namya Yomayin, very famous. We had it before. What's Gyalpo Cup? Rajagarha.
Keep the king.
Yeah, keep it a king. Cup can also mean needle.
Oh, we're poked. Korwa. The
Symbol?
blood.
Symbol?
No.
Oh, the nail?
The tip.
To,
The
yeah.
tip of the nail. Only the tip of the nail.
On the tip of the Nila Sansara,
On the tip of the
Dewa Namya Yomayin, there isn't any moment of happiness. Very famous. We used it recently in somewhere.
On the tip of the
I
nail.
don't remember.
Alarm room.
It was in the alarm room.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and I went and found it for you. And here's he found it for you too. So it's often these last two lines are often quoted by lamas.
Uh-huh.
You know, somebody comes and says, "I don't feel so good." They say, "Well, on the needle,
Uh-huh.
sitting on the needle of samsara, you don't have any moment that you feel good."
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's
So
beautiful.
that one is when? I mean, the na is when? When sitting on the needle of samsara.
Yeah, on the needle, on the
Yeah.
tip of the
Oh.
needle of samsara.
Uh-huh.
Don't be disappointed when something hurts.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Sitting on a nail, don't be surprised that you don't feel good today. Don't stop whining about it. You okay?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it does for us in regards to the
Oh, yeah.
Buddhists in particular.
Well, this is the
Or
three
into
kinds of
the-
suffering,
Uh-huh.
and it's because he said sakpa tamche dinyo. All impure things are suffering.
Okay.
And
That's
we're
cool.
gonna go off on an argument about that.
Okay, cool.
You ready?
Yeah.
If you're really gonna rip this thing up, we gotta talk about that. And
Nice title.
This is kind of an old argument. We kind of already had it. So I'm going to go through it rather quickly. They believe there does exist a self nature to the person.
Yep.
Who? Chima dertal means that last statement I just made is correct because they are detailists. Charamawa by Bhashika.
Okay.
Okay. Sour dominate. You can't accept the root argument before de dogmento betavade dawnamdata kilamecher. Because they would say that the viewpoint that there is no self is a correct viewpoint.
Okay.
Okay. There tell digit tamche da sabatamche. Dunyawa chitamche don't shit dame but young and the depeshiwa. Tawa de daki tumbatum de dachaki tumbatumba kilim and then give them dawi nature. Because they would say that these four seals, okay, I'm not going to repeat them.
I got it.
Is a viewpoint which those who take the Buddha as a teacher, those who accept our teacher as the teacher, cannot ndawa. This is a viewpoint which those who accept that our teacher is the teacher cannot ndawa. And you know ndawa from Yangmen ndawa.
Oh, go beyond.
Yeah, they cannot transgress this. They can't never cross that line. That's one line you can't cross. If you take Buddha as your teacher, you can't cross that line. Okay? Therefore, the detailists are Buddhists. Okay, that's the argument going on here. Why did he pick on the detailists? There are some people who say there's no kansaki dame, just chuki dame. Okay, or there's arguments like that. Okay. They don't divide all dogmas into two.
Okay.
I think by Bhashka I can include them there.
Okay.
Okay. Makyana kosumya. You know, you're just circular reasoning. Drumna Dertel. Here's why I included this for you. Okay.
Okay.
He said Tamadrup to this reason.
Oh, that it's not true that they
say the whole
can't go
thing.
beyond that.
Good. Yeah. It's not true.
It's not true that everyone who says that the Buddha is their teacher must necessarily stay within the bounds of the Four Seals.
Nice. Nice. Very nice. Then we say, yes, it is true, because there's a reason, good reason. Gyutsen Yangda Chik. There is a good reason why we call them the Four Seals. So I just thought you could use that as ammunition to explain why they're called the Four Seals.
Which docs
These
something
are
as ka.
seals of approval that you are Buddhist.
And he spelled doc
It's like that
correctly.
organic label. Organic, you know, there's laws in America that no one pays any attention to. That when you can call something organic or not, you can write organic on the package. Seriously, it's the same idea. It's exactly the same idea. You can't put Buddhist here
if you don't follow
this four.
Yeah.
And that's why we call them seals of approval.
Okay.
Okay. So I thought you could work it into your essay.
Yeah.
That the reason they're called seals is literally seal of approval as a Buddhist.
Cool.
Okay. They cannot be sealed as a Buddhist, organic, if they don't have these four views. Okay. That's why we call them seals. So now it's exciting because if you're writing an essay about the Four Seals, now you have a source for calling them seals of approval or something like that. And he totally misspelled that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. This person, who I'm afraid it's our man, okay.
But again, he's
it's
the one
one thing
who we
to call
forget
it
the most.
Bratox because everyone mistakes Bratox for Batox. But it's another thing to call Retox Batox because Retox means a reason. Okay. And anyway.
Okay.
We don't have to pick on him.
Okay. The poor guy can't see.
Yeah. But it would have been delightful if he had used the word batox because it's so relevant to affixing a seal on somebody.
Right.
It's the word affix or to glue a label on somebody. Batox means to glue a label on somebody. You see what I mean?
Uh-huh.
No.
Okay, got it? You guys?
Yes, I do.
All right. So, definitely you gotta fix this one. Okay.
Okay,
That's
definitely.
why we glue this label on Buddhists.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, is this like earlier, because Choni Lama was doing it so consistently, we were going to footnote it rather than correct it. Now, Kedar Dargay is famous for this problem. Is this a correction or a footnote?
That's a good question. I don't think his eyesight is so bad that he would have ever used retox for buttocks.
So he might
So
mean
this-
that marks
this
it as
one-
a reason?
This one has
Or
to
sorry,
be
the
typing error.
this one has to be a typo or a miscarving
Okay.
or a miswriting. No Lama worth their salt would make that mistake.
So this gets our standard curly brace treatment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you choose to put out an edition of your text, which includes the Tibetan, and and by the way, that decision limits your readers drastically. Once you have a lot of foreign language in your text, you limit your readership drastically. So that's a decision. You might want to consider in your lifetime putting out 3 versions of your text. Number
Okay.
1, online, with all the Tibetan in it.
Yeah.
Number 2, a book, a physical book, although physical books by the time you get old may not exist.
Right. Well, EPUB, it's fine.
Or you do a Rumi version of your book, or you do a DCI version of your book, a professional, in your case, schools of philosophy applied to business leadership, which is exactly what we're doing in Shenzhen. So, and
Wouldn't that be a
then you're
different
talking
book?
about 2,000 people coming to your talk,
Uh-huh.
and the opportunity to affect 2,000 mind streams.
Mhm.
So I'm not saying business is important. I'm not saying that. If you're gonna die, it's not important.
Uh-huh.
But if you want 2,000 people to come and listen to you, you might want to write a business book, or a book about. If you really want to appreciate coffee, you've got to understand these schools of philosophy.
Now we're talking. Yeah.
No, I'm saying it wouldn't be weird for you to put out a Rumi book,
Uh-huh.
giving your predilections, called The Art of Brewing Coffee with Awareness or something. No, it's so big right now.
Uh-huh.
It's big all over the world.
Uh-huh.
Coffee is a global obsession right now.
Yeah.
So if it were me, I would very much consider a small airplane book, candy book,
Uh-huh.
Comes
called
with your first cup of coffee.
Zen and the Art of Coffee.
Totally. Yeah, right.
That's exactly what I was just thinking.
Totally, me too.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not
Exactly.
kidding. I'm not kidding. You gotta grab trends as they go by,
He's on that train.
and then you can help more people. So it's not. It's just the thing of fitting into the world, so you can teach the world. Okay. All right. Now we got Kirtanbar Dagi again. This is his Uma Tacha,
Okay.
which he actually calls a commentary to Gomarodsa.
Cool. Right. Right.
Okay.
He did that with Umachita. No, so.
Okay. Yeah. Here I'm just trying to catch the page number, so you don't have to start there.
Okay.
And this is a point already made in your text, so we can go through it pretty fast.
Okay.
Ona.
Awesome.
Read it.
Oh no. Tel rangi dun chung se shepa tang rangu tsen si.
Wait. I'm
Okay.
sorry. First line.
Oh no, just kidding. Oh no. Tang gerwe rangu
I was like, his pronunciation's really bad today. He didn't get a single syllable.
Oh no. Tang gerwe rangu ki ten si ke.
You guys
Then.
gotta get your T's right. Then.
Den si ke milen tsu jitabu
Good.
shena.
Shana. And
Shena.
get your Z's right, okay? Low
Shana.
tone. Low tone S. Or low
Shana.
tone. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys sit with this and tell me what it says, because it's important.
Okay.
It's important. And I want you to figure it out. And that gives me an excuse to do something else. I have this 3-day headache from not sleeping enough.
I need more coffee.
I already tried.
Yeah, me too. I think someone switched me to decaf this morning.
I already tried.
Okay, man.
By this consequence, the Rangupas, independent school in the middle way.
Well, Telangir way.
Could also be.
No, that's those guys. The
By
highest
them.
school.
Yeah.
So the destruction move
Rangyuki.
not given.
Den. I don't know this Den. Densi. Oh, Densi. What's a Densi?
Densi means doc, young doc.
Oh, Dayandak, a
Or,
reason.
or
Okay.
syllogism.
So they don't accept this reason. So like
I'll
this.
say it's element 3 in a syllogism. Doc.
Okay.
It's the reason.
Yeah.
Take
Oh, the
Densi
Densi.
here. Take it here as reason.
Okay.
It more often refers to the entire
Oh, an
syllogism.
independent reason.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is the lower middle way school called the independent
This is why.
school?
Yeah.
They believe a reason has a self-existing power to prove something.
And Telangir says here that it does. They milen that.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
So somebody comes up in this book and says, well, how is it that a Prasangika person doesn't accept this idea of a reason which can work on its own?
Cool, man.
Okay, it's similar to the functionalist idea that gasoline has a power of its own. So really it's just a functionalism about reasons, you know, because I like Japanese food. So there's something about I like Japanese food that must prove always that we should go to Japanese food. Okay. All right. They believe that logic works because things have power in and of themselves. Okay, and that kind of is reflected in the famous word for jepag, deduction. There's a word, an unusual word used for deduction. What is it?
Is it one of the kinds?
It's in the. I'll give you a clue. It's in the grace to the father and his sons. Kanchen kebitsu kensokapa.
Oh yeah.
Muto pipi.
Reasoning following from the way that things function.
Muto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. Well. Yeah, you could say that. Or downstairs I've been calling it the power of the thing. The power of the thing. And I don't know. You find one coffee cup in here, which has traces of cappuccino in it, and you work at the cafe, and you know that they're only doing that for Geshe-la, then you can, because of the power of the thing, you can make the assumption that Geshe-la was here this morning. If you see the cup on the table, but Geshe-la's in the bathroom. You know, if you want to say, did Geshe-la come in today? You just look at the coffee cup, which only Geshe-la gives, and you can say, oh, Geshe-la must be here. The power of the thing, okay? The power of the thing. But there's a difference between the lower middle way and the higher middle way about is that power inside the cup. And it's such a big difference that the lower middle way is called it is inside the cup. They are the inside the cup school.
How do you prove the emptiness of the law?
Well, maybe it's going to come here, okay?
Okay.
This is the question.
Right.
Well, somebody comes up and says, well, just how is it that the higher school doesn't accept this self-existent own power? Because the word is own power, you know?
Yes.
So how is it that they don't accept this kind of reason? You know? What is the self-existence? How do they disapprove Italian? How do they disapprove the self-existence of a reason? You know? How do they disprove that a reason could have its own power? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Doesn't.
Dila, well, you want to talk about that? Dila, on this subject. Keep going.
Okay. Del rangi dun chung se she patang Rangyu tensi ki mi she tsu ne tang ni le.
Let's cover this in two parts.
Okay.
First, let's talk a little bit about how these two groups, I like to call them branches nowadays,
Okay.
branches of the Middle Way school.
Del and Rang.
Okay. I found it in an old translation of mine. I said, that's pretty good. Okay, so what does the word tell your wa mean, prasangika? And what does the word svatantrika mean? We're going to explain it a bit.
Okay.
We'll explain that a bit. And then we'll get on to our actual explanation, which is why they don't accept a reason, which could have some power of its own.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the first. Okay. You're going to be frustrated because I cut it. I just gave you one sentence of this whole treatment.
Okay.
You know, you should jump up and go find this in a book and try to figure it out. Because it's so interesting why the two middle way schools are given their name.
Yeah.
Why do they disagree with each other? How do they disagree with each other?
Yeah.
It's not our subject today.
Okay.
I cut it here.
We're not gonna do an appendix for
Yeah,
this
yeah.
appendix.
Yeah, I'll tell you, your book will take years longer than you expect.
Yeah, right. And this
I'm
is
just
why.
telling you, I'm a person who has an Abhidharma translation from when I was 25, 40 years ago, which is still waiting for its footnote. So don't think you should keep adding stuff. You should be cutting stuff to get your book out. Okay, anyway, cheer, generally speaking, what makes a Buddhist a Buddhist? Okay? Sangepe Tseni do joke. We define a Buddhist.
Okay.
We define a Buddhist. We establish the definition of a Buddhist, an inside person, as two parts. Number one, Kyamdo. They take refuge.
Right.
Number two, they Kalem.
Right, they accept.
They accept the four seals.
And he also went with Retakt.
Well, he's the same guy.
Oh yeah, right. It's again.
But
okay.
why he'd let that go, I can't believe it. Anyway, okay.
I mean, so,
maybe somebody later did it.
Okay.
You know.
I mean, now he's 0 for 2 in the same way. Like we're still going. Have we just moved from footnote to curly phrase? Sure.
As a person who has had my mentions of Tibetan in an English lecture butchered repeatedly, I can tell you it can happen.
Okay. Now, at the moment, like, I'd be disinclined to use that one because that's already sort of...
Yeah, no, you already have it in your text.
Right.
And when I was putting together this, well, I don't know.
Right. Okay. Maybe. Okay.
Okay.
We'll
now we have Panchen Lama Kuchen Sumba.
Okay.
Which is what? Kuchen means reincarnation. It means body number.
Okay. Number 3.
3.
Okay.
Which is the third incarnation of the Panchen Lama. Okay. Panchen Lama number 3. He's a pretty good writer. You know, anytime you get a reincarnation of a famous Lama who's exceptional, it makes you think that system might be true.
Yeah.
Okay, because oftentimes you don't get. There's only one great Lama, but like the Janya Shepa line, it's pretty supernatural, consistent. Yeah, and so is the Dalai Lama line. Anyway.
Okay.
Dona tenje dir deche tamje mitab sache tamje dinga tenje tamje tamje dam nyangane de bani shiwa o. Okay, it just repeats here in this text, meaning maybe it's talking about Pramana Vartika. Okay, this is a commentary on the Pramana Vartika.
Okay.
Okay.
That's nice.
Here in this, by the way, sometimes they add Silva to the Shiva. So there's 1 point for you already, for your little essay.
Oh.
Yeah, cool. Not hot, cool. Not hot, cool.
Yeah.
Meaning like the air conditioner. Okay.
Nirvana is cool.
Yeah, sometimes it's called cooling.
Oh.
Yeah, the cooling down. Silva. Okay. Sometimes that's added to second half of the fourth one. Okay.
Is it here? Am I
Nirvana
looking at that?
is
Oh,
peace,
Dong Sil.
peace and cooling. Okay, fresh. No, refreshing. I don't know. Anyway,
It's like
Tawate.
toothpaste.
these are Kawatake Chakyashi. And there we go again. Another High Lama using the wrong spelling.
It's not the same one.
It's
Oh,
consistent.
now it's the third
Oh,
Pancham.
right. We just.
Okay. Yeah. Well, now it's almost to where you can call it an acceptable variant.
Okay.
But it's definitely BTAGS because it's to glue the label on, organic, to put the label on the product. Okay, it's that.
Okay.
Otherwise, you don't get the feeling of Chakya. You don't feel right. Chakya means dark means affix the seal. You know, you take the hot wax and fix the seal.
Right. It's
That's
not a
called-
reason for sealing
That's
something.
BTAGS.
Okay.
Yeah, so you gotta catch it.
Okay.
Chakya Shi Gampatenla. There's a problem here.
Chakyashi. Yeah. Kepar.
I'm a little flabbergasted here. Okay, one reason I got you this one was that according to this Lama, Chakya Shi and Dom Shi are synonymous.
Okay.
You see,
Okay.
which is my general feeling, although I think there's a distinction between them. But either they are synonymous or many lamas have mixed them up.
Okay.
Okay, but most lamas will say Chakyashi equals the Chukidomshi. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay,
Okay.
so Kawatake Chakyashi, Gepartenla. When you present it in detail, I'm sorry. Oh, this is pop. Okay,
Broadly.
okay, this is pop. Okay, I was.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's pig dharma, and I I was like, that's interesting. Okay, sorry. Kawatake.
We'd have said it, pigs don't have
Chakyashi,
fructose.
Gepatena, pop. We're gonna talk about the four seals in detail.
Okay.
We're gonna establish them. Tenma Bepa is Tenma Papa. Okay. We're gonna talk about them in detail. The first thing I have to say is they are also called Ba'ang Jut. They are also called the
Expression.
Chuki Domshi.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. The four analects or the four precepts of the Dharma.
Okay.
Okay. Dome here means summary. Okay. Like in Vinaya, when we get to Vinaya in the monastery just before Geshe, we don't memorize the Duwado. It's a tradition not to memorize the Duwado. You memorize the Duwe Dom, which means a versed summary. So Dom can mean summary. Okay. Here it means summary, the summary of the Dharma. You can say the whole Dharma in 4 phrases. That's the idea. You can express the whole Dharma in 4 phrases. So these are either called the 4 brief, the 4 like little cool sayings about the Dharma
Yeah. Right.
that express the whole Dharma.
Right.
Or you can call them the 4 seals. That's what he's saying. I thought you would like to have a scriptural proof
Okay.
that in general, culturally, these two are considered synonymous.
Okay.
Tawa Deshita Samba Simge Santakuchana Sundita Te Pachamilaru Lampurimatsana Manoratima Megalika Lamne. Now he says an interesting thing. He implies that they are not complete. He implies that the 4 seals only treat the profound side of things. And you would have to supplement them with the
wide-reaching.
widespread side of things. Okay. Alright.
But okay.
Well, that's his. Okay. Dawash Deshi, these 4 viewpoints, and Sampa Semke, the attitude that I would like to save the world, which we can call the method side of things.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Sung Du Del means when you take them together.
Yeah.
This Del is related to Ndel. You know, when you combine them.
Uh-huh.
Okay. When you take them together, they summarize the entire Mahayana path. That's all he's saying.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. Tekpa
All the stages of the Mahayana path.
Lampirimba.
Sanglama Norma is a common modifier of this path.
Unadulterated and unmistakable.
Complete and unmistaken,
That's fine.
which are different things. You can be unmistaken and be incomplete. You can be complete and mistaken. So in Buddhism, you have to say both. Okay, and it's Chima Mepa, Vimala,
Understand.
totally free of any
Adultery.
impurity. Rikpe Lamne, Chante, Tembanzepa. I don't know here. The path of totally logical, stainless logic, reasoning. The path of stainless reasoning. Ne, Changde, pulled out of. Tembanzepe na.
Teachings.
Oh, he's selling the Pramanavartika.
Oh, of course.
Okay, he's doing a sales job on the Pramanavartika. I don't think the rest you need.
Okay.
This is misspelled. I'm hoping someday you guys will go through all my apostrophe percentage marks.
Just a couple minutes left on this one mission.
Okay.
Technically.
Well, let's go. I think he's talking about the Pramanavartika,
Okay.
but just offhand, the last sentence here says, Chinla Tsenka. I think this is misspelled. Tsenka means almost mystic power.
Mystic power.
Tsenka. Okay. It's like voodoo power or something. But not in a negative way. It's always positive.
Okay.
Tsenka, the mystic power. Into the mystic. Okay. The mystic power of the blessing of this text, and I think he's not talking about the Four Seals, I think he's talking about the Pramanavartika,
Okay.
is extremely great. Just by teaching a single word from it, Siksam Tunbe, or just by teaching the words of it without understanding the words of it, kyang, even that will purify many karmic obstacles.
Yeah, beautiful. That's nice.
Okay, and in the end, if you use this teaching properly, meaning Adam's text, the Pramanavartika, you will quickly reach the ultimate goal.
Okay. Don't mind if I do.
He's just doing a sales job on the Pramanavartika. Okay.
Okay.
10.
But what he's saying in this first paragraph is Tenjadir.
Okay.
In this classical commentary, meaning the Pramanavartika,
Yes.
you get the Four Seals explained really well.
Okay, and you get them
Okay.
equated specifically to the four domes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just wanted you to see that
Yep.
a High Lama considered it equal
Yeah.
to the Domshi.
Right.
And that here you have the second school saying that the Chakyashi are important. Okay.
Yes.
Are a
Right.
big deal.
That's true too.
For
Yeah.
them, it's a big deal. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's almost a pan school thing.
Well, it should be. That's the
Yeah,
point.
yeah, it's
Right,
supposed to be. And by the way, I mean, I sold this to Ben already, but there is a tantric version
Uh-huh.
of the Four Seals. There's a thing called the Four Seals in Tantra,
Uh-huh.
and it's hot.
She'll be a
And, I don't
Yeah.
know if we should go there or not.
A little bit.
But
Just because you asked. No.
But it's mudra, right?
Yeah.
Then it's mudra, which would mean 4 kinds of tantric partner. Okay. 4 kinds of
We
shintin.
did.
the person that you take in your house to be God. Okay. There's four versions of her or him. Okay. And maybe we'll go there.
Okay.
You can. I like to throw in a little Tantra stuff, like I did at the end of the Dhammapada Sutta Kamal Shila. I found a reference to the 9 metaphors in the Kala Chakra, and they added 3 more. And they said this is from the Dhammapada Sutra. They claimed it was from the Dhammapada Sutra. So it'd be interesting to try to find an ancient version of the Sanskrit which has 12 metaphors instead of only 9. And in any case, once you say this book involves Tantra, people's ears prick up. People are like, So, if people are getting sleepy in your Four Seals class,
right?
Say, by the way,
that's true.
We're going to take a break, but after the break, we're going to discuss how this relates to tantric partners. Every car in the parking lot will still be there. Okay,
right,
but and I added it. I put it in here.
Okay.
I don't know how far we should go into.
Okay.
Maybe we turn off the YouTube or something.
So of the 4, we've had a nice deep dive on the first. I'm still, I need more on the other 3.
Yeah, let me think about that.
We clarified that they apply to all Buddhists.
I am gonna go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm really antsy for.
Kanye.
I want all of it, but I'm really antsy for those.
I'm gonna give you some from Kanye.
I love it.
The Buddha
That'd be amazing.
doesn't give them so briefly.
Wonderful.
He never gives them so briefly.
Cool.
He expands on each of them.
That's very exciting.
And so it was hard to find them in the Kanye.
Because you don't find them just
Yeah, he doesn't have these little Amaleks.
as domes.
No.
Uh-huh.
He goes off on them.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Sashi Pugi Jukshin Metok Tram Rirabling Shin Yende Gempadi Sangye Shingdu Mikte Uwargi Gokun Namda Shingla Druparsho Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami Gewa Di Gewokun Sanam Yeshe Zozo Shing Sanam Yeshe Lejungwe Dampa Kunhito Barsho Goody show, goody show, goody show, goody show.
Maybe used to do that. I don't know why. Say show.